Hi from Latvia. It's so gorgeous here. I wish you could see the view. We're so excited about First Step Success that's taking place. It's December the 2nd, 2015, and I wanted to just have a little heart-to-heart talk with you about this season that you and I are walking through right now. It's the month of December, right? Well, 25 years ago today, I'm a homeless woman, and I'm so depressed because it's December. It doesn't feel like December to me, and I'm not going to have the Christmas that I'm used to having. And the reality is that I was the kind of person that was so crazy about Christmas that I had garland and Christmas lights in my bathroom, okay? I had, Christmas balls hanging from the garland in the bathroom. I was that person that wrapped the pictures in the house with wrapping paper, had the giant tree. I went absolutely crazy, not to mention all the crazy lights that went out to the street. I was crazy about Christmas. And I know it wasn't because of religious reasons, because my family was not religious people. It had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with the Savior's birth or any of that, which, by the way, if you've done any of your research, the Savior was not born December 25th. Number one, he was born on a Hebrew calendar, not a Gregorian calendar. Number two, the sun god, the Egyptian sun god, was born December 25th. And since unfortunately the church history has pagan roots, it's a meshing of, Egyptian gods and the Greek gods and all that stuff kind of merged together. And anyway, so December 25th, if you've done any of your research, you know that that's not the birth of the Savior. He was either born in September or born in April, certainly not born in December. Anyway, so the point about today's video is I want to have a heart-to-heart talk with you, because right now, you probably are feeling the stress and the pressure of giving gifts to people who need absolutely nothing. You probably are feeling the stress and the pressure of hanging all the lights and doing the tree and all the parties and all the food and all the drinks and all the commitments and all the Christmas cards and all of that stuff that our culture has really put on you and me. It's way more pressure today than it was when maybe I was a kid, or maybe you were a kid, or certainly way more pressure than maybe your grandparents when they were kids. And so we can see that clearly that Christmas has become a materialistic holiday. It has become a holiday that marketers have done such a gorgeous job of getting you and me and all of our families to buy things for people who need absolutely nothing. Fortunately, about 18, 19 years ago, I came out of the materialistic form of Christmas. About 19 years ago, I had this thing that hit me. And it hit me that, my gosh, my list, again, I was a crazy person, 300 people on my list. Obviously, this is not when I was homeless, but 300 people on my list that I had to shop for. And all my friends and all their kids and all our family and the extended family and the friends and all of our clients, that I had this 300 people on a list that I was supposed to shop for. And I remember looking at that list and just racking my brain like, wait a second. And I realized not a single person needed anything that was on that list. Not one person was in need. Not one single person needed another blouse, a pair of shoes. They didn't need a coffee mug. They needed absolutely nothing. And honestly, I sat there and it was almost like the scales fell off of my eyes. And I went, what am I doing? What is this about? And the pressure came over me. First of all, the financial part of it. And yes, I could afford 300 gifts, but then I was like, this is helping nobody. And then the pressure of what if I get the wrong thing for the wrong person? And what if they don't appreciate it? And then the coin got flipped. And I realized, how many people is my family on their list and they're feeling what I'm feeling? And Lord have mercy, my children need nothing. Please do not buy my kids another toy. Please do not get them something that's just going to end up in a toy box or broken, or that they're not even going to have interest in inside of 2 weeks, maybe even by the end of the day. Come on. You and I have seen children ripping through presents on Christmas morning. They rip through the first one. Oh, that's awesome. Toss it to the side. Open the next one. Open to the next one. Wow. So that's what happened this time in my life where I said, I'm not doing this anymore. So I called all my friends and my family and I said, listen, please don't buy my family anything. They need nothing. In fact, I need to go through their toy chest right now and have them pick out their 5 favorite things and have them get rid of everything else, because there's just way too much. We don't need anything else. We don't need clothes. We don't need anything. We don't need food. Please do not send candy or cookies to my house. And I said, I don't know how you're feeling right now, but this is how I'm feeling. And what was so interesting is that each one of them said, take me off your list too, because my family needs for nothing. So then we started this thing called Secret Blessings. I said, hey, why don't we, like, first of all, shrink the budget way down, first of all, and take a portion of that budget and let's go shop. Let's go find some families that are in need. Like, they can't make their heating bill. They don't have food. They don't have jackets for their kids. They don't have shoes for their kids. Why don't we find some families that are actually in need? And let's do something to help real people who are really in need, who are cold during this winter, who don't have food, who don't have clothes, who have nothing. Let's go find some families secretly. In fact, let's call this Secret Blessings. Let's secretly find families, and let's secretly find out their names. Let's secretly find out the sizes of their kids. Let's secretly find out what their needs are, and let's secretly go take care of it all. And so we did. A group of us that are all still together went and we did this, and it was spectacular. It was so spectacular. We've been doing it pretty much ever since, almost every single year since, and we actually didn't put up a tree that year. We did not, which, by the way, if you look at the pagan roots of the tree, you might not put up the tree either. But anyway, so we just didn't do the tree. We didn't decorate. We just literally took our time and money and we put it towards helping families that were actually in need. Now, right now, you might be thinking, well, I don't know any families. I promise you, start asking around, you'll find them. And by the way, if that's not something that you want to do, but you know that this is a time of year of giving, right? And taking care of people who cannot take care of themselves. I got a challenge for you. And this might be something that you might want to ask your family. Can you see the clouds moving over the sun every once in a while here in Latvia? Okay, so here's what you could do. Why don't I challenge you and challenge your family and say, hey, rather than buying a bunch of gifts for each other, why don't we pull each other, the funds together, and let's build a house for someone who is in extreme poverty. Listen, there's nobody in extreme poverty in the United States of America. And if you're watching this from most parts of Europe, there's not extreme poverty in most parts of Europe. I'm talking extreme, okay? We're talking people who are squatting on land, living under bushes, living under like wood and hay and stubble. And that's their life, and they have no food, okay? They're eating bark, all right, or clay. That's what they're eating and living a very terrible life. And so what if, think about it, what if we did this? That, you know, you challenge your family, you challenge your company, and you say, it's $5,200 to build a house for the extreme poor. So what if, think about it, that we do this? It'd be amazing. That your family, your friends, you say, okay, we're going to do this. It's $5,200 to build a home, also to put that family in business, to help them with supplies and get them education and get their kids an education. So how many houses could we build for the extreme poor during this Christmas season instead of buying a bunch of junk for people who don't need anything? Add purpose this Christmas season. Do what our family is doing. We're going to build homes for the poor during this Christmas season. It's going to change their life for generations, not just give them something that they find useful for a certain period of time, but it's something that actually will be passed down to their children and their children's children as they take care of this home and as they're learning an education and going into business and learning how to manage finances. Where do you do this at? kingsransom.org. Go to kingsransom.org because 100% of the money that you give to King's Ransom goes straight to the cause. None of it goes to administrative costs at all. So go there now. You can go to kingsransom.org right now and you can help. And you can start your own page. You can ask them, you can call them and say, how do I start my own campaign to where our family is actually going to help the poor during Christmas and do something so purposeful instead of buying into all the pressure of the marketers of shopping for things that people don't need. That's what we're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do, but I think it would be fun for your family to join us in this awesome adventure. Okay, well, I'm signing off from Latvia. I've got a big day right now. Yeah. By the way, I appreciate your prayers so much. Thank you so much for praying for me and my family and the whole team here in Latvia, getting ready to go into First Step Success. It starts on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We have people coming from all over the place. So excited to meet these people and to work with these people. God bless you. Bye.